Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Ryan from the town. So today we're going to be going over James Arthur's September Live. I had a request or a suggestion. What track was it? I think it was on King Los Back in Blood. Who is it? Ready J Amy? I think that's the name of the person who suggested it. And I wasn't sure if I had heard of James Arthur, but looking at him, I think I've seen a video or two that might have went viral from him singing. And I can't remember the name. I think he did have like a super big track, man, but I can't remember the name of it. I think it might have been on American Idol that I had seen him. If he was on there, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's where I saw him though. I could be wrong. But anyways, yeah, we're just gonna get straight into it. James Arthur, September Live. Let's get it.
I remember when I met you just before September. You were dancing in the street, rocking that pink and leather. Beg my friend for your number, I bet you don't remember. That's how we began.
He's a dope voice, especially live too. It's a dope setting.
Your number, I bet you don't remember. That's how we began.
Where's he from?
I pursued you for a year, I would have waited longer. I knew ultimately it won't make the feeling stronger. That first time that I kissed you, I could look in the mirror and like who I was. But I could never wait for the weekends when you would come over, 'cause that's when I see you again.
That shit reminds me of some teenage love stuff. He said, what did he say? He said, when I kissed you, I can look in the mirror and be glad of who I was or be proud of who I was. And he said, I couldn't wait for the weekends for you to come over. That's funny. This shit remind me of like my high school days.
You would come over, 'cause that's when I see you again. You're all my strength and my weakness. You battle my demons. You're still undefeated. Sometimes
That was hard. I think he said, you're my strength and my weakness. You play on my defense. You're still undefeated. For me personally, what I want a woman who gives me strength, but also tests my strength. So in life, in anything you do, if you are uncontested, if you are not tested daily, if there's not something that's a little bit challenging, then really, what are you doing in your life? And when a woman comes in your life, for me personally, what I think a woman is supposed to bring is not necessarily stability, but a sense of home. You know, like she brings a sense of family with her, you know. And for me personally, there's not many women. There's only been one woman, the current woman that I'm with, who has ever made it feel like home, who's ever made it feel like, you know, actually see a future with there's a house there, you know, there's children, there's, you know, like the white picket fence stuff. And I think if you strive to have a monogamous relationship, if that is something that you strive for, that is the type of woman, in my personal opinion, that you should look for. And it's not really hard to find out, you know, it's not really hard to find if that's the right woman or not, or to figure out if that's the right woman or not. I forgot, there was a podcast I was watching, and it was so true. The gentleman on there said, you know, the media tries to portray that it takes a while to figure out if this is the right person. But if it's the right person, you know almost instantly. Like there's a different level of attraction with that person. And like I said, this is the only woman I've ever been with where like I can visualize a house. I mean, we have our house now, but I can visualize a home. I can visualize, you know, our children that we don't have yet. you know, our future, you know, that's still yet to come. So yeah, that was dope. And she should test your weaknesses, you know. Um, a person, if your woman isn't testing your weakness, then she's pretty much just a yes man or a yes woman, you know, like just feeding the ego, feeding the ego. No, she should make you stronger in each area, just as you should make her stronger in each area. So this is cool so far. And homeboy has a dope he has a dope.
Still undefeated. Sometimes I get a little bit jaded. Too much pressure just to make it. You smile when I'm angry and I hate it, but I still love you for the rest of my life. My crush on you is never faded. Let's go back to bed until we break it. I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. If you wanted to, I'd start a family with you.
That goes on to what I was speaking about. He said, if you wanted to, I would start a family with you. I remember telling my girl this. Most men, they don't think about, you know, the home, quote unquote, the home. They don't think about what their children are going to look like, the day of their wedding, what their house is going to look like. You know, they might have like a brief overview, like, yeah, I want 3 kids, you know, maybe a boy, two girls, or yeah, I want a house here. Women can tell you, I want my children to look like this. I want a little girl with, you know, with long curly hair, and, you know, she has your nose, and, you know, they can tell you these things. They can tell you, you know, I want my wedding to be in this area with, you know, with this and this. And a man, if a woman asks the man the same thing, how do you picture your wedding? They might tell you a location. Like, I remember I told my girl, like, oh, on the beach. All right, well, what else? Well, shit, I don't know. Like, you know, men don't think about those things. That's the attributes that make women so special, is that they think about the home. They think about not the house. They think about the home. They think about family. They think about all those things. So that what he just said kind of touched on that point.
You, I remember being foolish when I met your mother, because she had that Irish charm. Right then I knew I loved her.
He said, right there, I knew I loved her. You know, it doesn't take long. I think people, they complicate things. Like, man, it's just like, I think in this dating market, like, everybody is so worried about having the upper hand. Everybody's so worried about getting over on, you know, the other person. But if this is supposed to be your partner, why are you worried about getting over on, you know, your possible partner, your possible life mate? That just don't make any sense to me. It's just, I don't know.
Because she had that Irish charm. Right then I knew I loved her. That's where you got your heart. When we go back to the car, I knew you were the one. But I could never wait for the weekends for you to come over, 'cause that's when I see you again. You're all my strength and my weakness. You battle my demons. You're still undefeated. Sometimes I get a little bit jaded. Too much pressure just to make it. You smile when I'm angry and I hate it, but I still love you for the rest of my life. Oh, my crush on you is never faded. Let's
Said my crush on you is never fading. And just from like personal experience, like to all the women out there, men are extremely simple. If you look at what a man requires to date a woman, maybe 1 to 3 things that are requirements. If you look at what a woman requires for her to date a man, is a million things. Obviously being a little extreme, but it's well over 3 things, you know, into the double digits, you know. It's just that men are extremely simplistic. So he said, you know, my crush on you is never fading. And I think women get in their own heads, or they feel like man, like he's not saying anything, he's not doing anything, to show me that he loves me, he doesn't love me anymore. A man can just love to be in your presence and not have to say anything. Like me personally, with my girl, I don't have to say anything. I don't have to, we don't have to be talking. We cannot talk all day, but we can still be in each other's presence. And I know that this is where I want to be, so that was just a little quick tip or message to all the women out there is, a man isn't necessarily gonna show love how you show love. So when he doesn't show love how you show love, don't freak out. He most likely still feels the same. Like he said, my crush on you is never fading.
Go back to back till we break up. I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. Ooh, if you wanted to, I'd start a family with you. Ooh, if you wanted to, I'd start a family with you.
Got Dave Lamar here going on.
Sometimes I get a little bit jaded. Too much pressure just to make it. You smile when I'm angry and I hate it. But I'll still love you for the rest of my life. My crush on you is never faded. Let's go back to bed until we break it. I'm gonna love you for the rest of my
Basis
life.
feeling it.
If you wanted to, I'd start a family with you. If you wanted to, I'd start a family with you.
Yeah, this was dope overall. Like I said, it reminded me of like when you're in love in high school and just I can't wait till the weekend comes. So yeah, this was cool. He also suggested medicine. I'll probably check that out on my own. I might react to it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, y'all. So if you like the video, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Anytime I post something, y'all can get alerted. That's only if you hit that notification bell. Put something down in the comment box below. If you was rocking with the track, if you liked the reaction, go ahead and leave some type of suggestion. Anything you think I should react to, or maybe I should just check out on my own. Just real quick, one more shout out to Ready_J. Was that J Army? Oh, J Army. Yeah, just real quick, shout out to you again, man. I'm Rob from the town, and we out.